Hey guys, well, I got another gangster tale for you. This ain't a Beth Avenue story, but it's a gangster tale. Now, when I was away with a lot of guys. Now, there's one guy I didn't know from the street. His name was Mike Guillermo, aka Mike the Head. Mike the Head was originally around the Colombo crime family. He knew Gregory Scarpa pretty well, and he was looking to get straightened out, but he never got straightened out with the Colombos. What he did was eventually he started hanging around some wise guy, banana guys. So he just stopped coming around the Colombo crew on 13th Avenue and reporting and checking in. And he just started hanging out with some banana wise guys. Now, when you're going into a social club every day and you're hanging around captains and wise guys, and all of a sudden you don't show up anymore, and now you're hanging out in a new club and you're hanging out with a different family of wise guys, it could bring a little tension to you sooner or later, because some guys, for example, are going to think that you're on record with them and they could claim you. For instance, Mike the Head was in Gregory Scarpa's social club all the time. So Gregory probably thought that Mike the Head was around him. He was on record with him because he would be in the club all the time. They would hang out, they would talk, they would make a couple moves together. And all of a sudden, Mike starts hanging out on Beth Avenue. He has this guy from the Bronx, a Bronx guy, it's a wise guy. Don't remember his name. They call him Glasses or something, Willie Glasses. And that's his guy, okay? And he's now on record with a banana guy. So one day, Mike the Head is sitting in the Puritan Diner with Anthony Sparrow and another wise guy. They're talking, they're hanging out, and all of a sudden, who comes walking in? Gregory Scarpa, the Grim Reaper, with another wise guy from 13th Avenue. They sit down, they see Anthony Sparrow, they see Mike the Head, and another wise guy, and they throw a wave. And Mike the Head is all shook up. All of a sudden, Mike the Head is telling Sparrow, Anthony, you got to tell this guy that I'm with you, that I'm on record with the bananas now. This guy thinks that I'm still on record with him. He don't understand that I stopped going there a long time ago. So this guy's thinking that I'm with him. So Mike the Head's making a big deal out of this. He's getting a little nervous. Gregory Scarpa sees him with Anthony Sparrow and another wise guy. So this guy, Gregory Scarpa, you gotta remember something. This guy's been in this life forever. You know, he's a double crosser. He's been an informant for over 30 years. He's playing both sides to the coin. So right away, he might be thinking that this guy, Mike Guillermo, is betraying him. But nobody knows that Gregory Scarpa is cooperating with the government for the last 30 years. This guy's playing a game no one invented yet. He invented this. So all of a sudden, Mike the Head walks over to Gregory Scarpa and says hello to him. He said, hey, Greg, how you doing? Well, I haven't seen you in a while. He said, hey, Mike, where you been? I haven't seen you around the club. You haven't been coming around. And Mike the Head says, Gregory, I'm with so-and-so now. So Gregory's like, you're with so-and-so. He said, I never knew you were with so-and-so. He said, yeah, I'm with so-and-so. So Greg gets up. He says, so-and-so who, And he looks at Sparrow. Sparrow gets up. They say hello to each other. And now there's a beef where Anthony Sparrow is claiming Mike the Head, and Gregory Scarpa knows nothing about it. Gregory Scarpa thought that Mike the Head was originally with him and the Colombos. So they leave off. Gregory Scarpa understands. He says, you know what? You could have them. Good luck, Mike, stuff like that. It's nice seeing you. They end up picking up Gregory Scarpa's check. And Anthony Sparrow had to sit down for him and explain to him, he's with so-and-so. He's very good friends with him. This is a misunderstanding and stuff like that. But Gregory Scarpa, back in the day, in the neighborhood, was a guy you did not want to mess with. He would kill you in a matter of seconds. That's how he was. That's the way he came up. And looking back on his life, how eventually he shot the kid Mike DeRosa, and Messy Marvin throws some shots back. Messy Marvin hits him in the eyeball. As he throws shots back, he hits another kid in the back of the car. He kills the kid. And Gregory Scarpa has an ankle bracelet around his leg when this is happening. What happened was his son Joey had a beef with DeRosa. So he says, come on, let me take a ride with you with the son and one of his friends. They go see DeRosa. And DeRosa ain't taking no shit from nobody. DeRosa got a pistol on him too. He don't think that Gregory Scarpa is gonna shoot him. The kid Messy Marvin has a pistol on him too. I mean, these guys are knock around guys. That's how the neighborhood was. You didn't give a fuck who anybody was. You got respect because you gave respect. It wasn't you got respect because of who you were. And at that time, there was a lot of stuff on Gregory Scarpa. He wasn't getting the respect he thought he had. There was a war going on. There was word out there that he was a rat. Nobody really wanted to tell it to his face. But in the neighborhood was fucking crazy. And he ends up getting shot in the eye. Messy Marvin shoots him. Messy Marvin kills another kid. And he calls his probation officer and says everything's okay. I mean, this guy was literally a fucking nut job, okay? And probably one of the worst guys you ever want to run to in the street. I mean, this guy's a backstabber, He lured that girl, Mary Berry, into that club and killed her. She was a beautiful girl. And these guys, back in the day, that ran these families were heartless. They were stone cold heartless. They kill you in a minute. They didn't give a fuck about your mother, your father, nobody. That's how that life was. And these guys basically destroyed the mob. Destroyed it from how it once was to how it is today. Now, looking back, having my insight on all these mob guys, I am so glad that I decided to cooperate and take my life back. Because when you're in that life, they control you. You have no life. They control everything you do, every move you make. They take every dollar you make. They have no concern for your family. All they want is your money and for you to report to them and what you could do for them. That's how the mob works. So if you don't know, now you know how the mob works. It's something where they use you, especially if you're the goose with the golden egg. Today, you could be a cooperator, a rat, anything on the street. But if you're making money, they go like this. They glom you and they take you. And they just want your money every week. They don't care what you are. And they're okay with that. That's what the mob turned out to today. They don't pick and choose no more. If you do a small bid, you do any kind of bid, right away, you have an Italian last name, okay, we'll take you. One of the families will take you, and you'll report to them, they'll straighten you out, and it's all about making money. You're making money, just funnel it to the top, and you're okay. And once you stop making money, you're not good no more. But that was a quick story about Mike the Head. I hope you enjoyed it with Gregory Scarpa. Uh, Gregory Scarpa was a bad guy, man, really. Just think about that life, about cooperating with the FBI and staying undercover as a made guy. That's some really crazy shit. And now you have a license to do anything you want. I mean, it's pretty sick. And when he shot Mike DeRosa, he thought he was going to get away with it. And the kid was dead in the back seat. He didn't even care about that kid. That kid meant nothing to him. And that life is just a terrible life. So all you kids out there, if you hear this story, stay in school, take a trade, earn an honest living, stay away from the knuckleheads on the street, and you will go very far in life. You'll stay out of prison, and someday you'll have a family, you'll sit down with them, and you look back and say, wow, this is how a real man lives, with his family and being there for his family every day, not taking someone else before their family. With that said, I hope you like this video. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on my next one. Have a good weekend. A lot of snow's coming. Love you guys. Bye.